Nice looking good.
Thanks, man.
Have I missed any of it?
I don't know. I've sent a picture to Rose, though, and she fucking hates it. I basically said you're just going to be slightly trimming the sides. She's like, you're not getting a mullet, are you? I was like, no. She's just...
No, babe, promise.
She's just getting the bits around the ears. So I sent her a picture. It's like, so you got a fucking mullet then? Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Do you know the mullet man?
The mullet man?
The mullet man.
Yes, I know the mullet man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Hey up everyone, and welcome to the Poro Podcast.
And for sides I'll have.
Thank you very much. Hey. My name's Will, and with me as ever is Eddie, the sloth to my chunk.
Oh, I am... Oh, it's Goonies.
Yes, Queen.
I'm the big, horrible, retarded monster, and you are...
The fat guy.
The fat kid. Childhood obesity.
You should see him now. I think he's like lost all the weight. He's like a good-looking dude
I should
now.
fucking hope so. He's 10 in that.
Yeah, true, but he's like
a puppy fat normally does go once you've fucking completed puppy stage.
No, you know what I mean? He's like a fucking handsome dude now.
For real?
Yeah, straight up.
Alright.
I don't know why. I know that.
have you been monitoring his career?
Yes.
Seen how nicely he has blossomed.
But it's like
how he has flowered over the years.
Is it Haley Joel, whatever his name is? Kid from Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah, he's gone the other way.
No, he looks facially. He hasn't changed in the slightest. Like the perfect circle of the face hasn't changed, and everything else has changed quite drastically.
Okay. Now, I get it. I am. Hey, you guys.
Yes, you are.
And you are the truffle shuffle.
I do the truffle shuffle.
Will you do the truffle shuffle for me now?
Not do the truffle shuffle now. My nipple has already been out on our Instagram enough.
That's very true. They won't fucking know that. You could pretend you're doing it, and I could lie. He's not doing it. He's lying. He's not doing it.
It's right.
So, no, seriously though, dude. I hate doing this, but how are you doing?
Well, the entire house has caught the Rona.
We've got the Rona.
The house has caught the Rona.
Well, I don't know if I have the Rona.
Well, you definitely have it because you're in the house.
But I've been fine.
It's just not affected you very much.
No, but it's infected me in some ways. We won't go into too many details.
No.
But, I've been sitting a lot.
The porcelain bowl has not seen so much action.
So much. I've read so many shampoo bottles.
Which is your favourite?
Oh, conditioner, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The thing is, don't let's just get all the Aldi stuff. Isn't there any fucking labels to read on?
No, they do. They're just all in, like, Polish. I've no idea. Like, I've now, in this lockdown, learnt Polish because of how many shampoo bottles I've had to read because I've been shitting.
Or you at least know how to spell dandruff in Polish.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird because they have a completely different alphabet, so fuck knows how I've learned this. It's basically hieroglyphics. No. Sorry, let's get back because I mean, you wouldn't have known, you won't see this, but yeah, the looks like we have got coronavirus.
We are healthy, don't worry everyone, we're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
We're in isolation and somehow the house has contracted it. We're all fine, we're all coming out at the end of it.
Yeah, but we're all isolating in the house, so we're all ill together, but we're all good. But
I today have realised that I have entirely lost my smell and my taste, and I like full on totally lost it. Everything, I cannot smell or taste a single thing.
Absolutely nothing. So he has been licking pavements, sniffing the cat's arse, like to try and...
All the way around, sniffing pavements.
So what we've done, and what I might do, I might set this up like as a daily challenge to see what can Will taste. Insert catchy jingle here. What will Will taste? What will Will taste? Post dinner tonight.
Make it sound so posh. Post dinner.
Oh fuck's sake! Okay. Post fucking tea, we had. Will did a shot of vinegar. Chip shot vinegar. A good good measure, big old snifters first and straight tip back at gullet. Didn't even raise an eyebrow.
Nothing. Like I could feel a little bit of a tang right at the back of my throat, and it felt like, you know, when your glands kind of like swell or want to like just excrete saliva and shit because something's sour or whatever it is. I felt the urge for that, but I couldn't taste a thing. Literally couldn't taste a thing.
Didn't move a muscle. And this has got me thinking though, like, wow, this is like the fucking shittest superpower ever. How are you going to use your talents? What are you going to do? We shouldn't laugh about this. It's a fucking serious thing, and whether you fucking believe or don't believe the seriousness of it, people are fucking dying.
Yes.
But we're healthy, but we've got to make light of it because shit, we're locked up fucking 24 hours a day. We're trying to entertain ourselves, so we've got Will shot in vinegar.
The thing is, I need to burp now, so can I burp in your face? You can tell me if it's smells of vinegar.
Not in your life.
Okay. Well, if you've got coronavirus at home, see what you can taste without tasting it.
Yeah, go for it. You know, like do a fucking, I don't know, quarter bleach or something, or
Jeez.
good
Make
enough.
some of that fine lead-based paint.
Good enough for Trump. What's next?
What, for my taste?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with your new powers?
I don't know. What's really bad? What could you not normally do with your mouth?
Swallow.
I'm not putting semen in my mouth. Yours or mine.
Why not? You can't taste it. Say you've done it. Tick it off the list.
Nope. Moving on.
What would you do? Would you spit or
No,
swallow?
I said moving on, Ed.
No, but if you had to,
What would I do? What?
spit or swallow, what would you do if you had to?
If I'm moving on.
I'd save.
So this week we've got our first ever guest, and we are chatting Phobias.
Yeah.
With Michael from the We Love Horror podcast.
God help him.
Oh, bless him. He was very kind to come on and put up with us.
Yeah. Well, he had us on his, so only right to return the favour, and it was, great to have him.
Pleasure to have him on, absolutely.
But we're talking phobias because this came up in our chat the other day that we had the listener request to find out what film we'll watch last week, and that was Clown.
Was indeed.
And we think many of these sick bastards picked Clown because they knew it was one of my phobias.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry for letting that out. Let the cat out of the bag. The clown at the circus.
Clown out the tent. So, yeah, I guess it's just started us talking about shit. What else makes you scared?
Indeed it did. And we happily shared that with Michael.
Yeah.
So, please listen in and enjoy.
Hey up everyone, and welcome to the Horror Podcast. I'm Will.
And I'm Eddy.
Almost missed your cue on that
Fucking,
one.
yeah, I've got one word to say and I've ballsed it up already.
But it's not about us. We are so happy to be joined today by Michael from We Love Horror Podcast.
What's up, Mike?
Hi guys, how are ya?
Yeah, very good, buddy. Very good. Where is it that you are in the States actually at the moment?
I am currently in Utah right now. Beautiful, cold, snowy Utah. Yeah.
Is that where there's lots of Mormons?
Yes. Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
I'm in the epicenter. I'm in the epicenter of it actually. I'm like 30 miles away from Salt Lake, and I live in Provo, which is just like Mormon Central. So right in the middle of it.
Where is your white shirt and black tie?
Oh, I haven't owned a white shirt and black tie in God forever. I haven't been to church in like 6 years. I'm a horrible person. I know.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it's okay.
We're all going to hell. It's fine, no problem. But
I've not been there, I don't know, 29 years.
yeah, well, that's where you'd spontaneously combust if you ever tried to enter into a church.
Probably would. Just sizzle.
Sizzle scorch.
Acid rain. Yeah.
Have you ever been to the UK?
I haven't had the pleasure. I've actually never even been out of the country before, unfortunately.
No way.
Shit.
Yeah.
What's on the list?
So the UK, obviously.
There you go. Well,
yes. Well, I was gonna say Japan first, but I was like, maybe since I'm talking to my friends. Well, I was like, I don't want to offend you guys, so I'll just put the UK first. Just kidding. Yeah, no, but the UK, I really would love to visit Japan. Japan is like on the top tier of that list. And then do what?
Great shout. Yeah, that's top of my list.
Yeah, and then I really want to visit Norway. Norway looks absolutely gorgeous. I've never been to Norway. Where else? Oh, I'd love to visit Greece. Greece would be cool. Just,
Make
yeah.
sure you go the right time of year so you don't just run into a load of drunk British douchebags.
Not anymore, thanks to Brexit.
Where do they all go now?
Fuck knows, Utah, I've heard.
Yeah, we do. We have had quite a few people from the UK that live here, actually. So I'm friends with a few of them here. Yeah, yeah. So, and I have a friend. Her name's Melissa, and she actually lives in the UK. She probably lives right near where you guys are because she lives pretty close to London, and she married a guy from London, and so she moved from the States over to the UK like last year. So.
No way. Well, most Americans think that we know everybody from London, including the Queen. I bet we bloody know them. No, watch. This is the one person that we do actually know.
It's always like, oh yeah, we don't know. We know. Oh wait, who? Oh yeah, I know her.
That's my hairdresser. So basically, Michael, it's no excuse to not come visit us in London. You've already got friends here. So, dude, when travel bans are lifted, you're gonna come see us, right?
Absolutely. Of course I am.
Fuck yeah.
You guys, the Horror Project podcast, my friend Melissa, you guys are all on that list of people that I absolutely need to meet while I'm out there. So
just one big podcast piss up we need.
Yes.
That's such a good name for it.
But in Portsmouth. It needs to be a triple P.
Pizza, bro.
So we had the absolute pleasure of guesting on Wheel of Horror podcast earlier in January. We reviewed The Howling, which is so good. Had a very good time. Thanks very much. So we're so happy to have you here. But so just have a quick bat, please give us a lowdown and rundown of your podcast, man. What do you do? Where can we find it?
Okay, so it's called the We Love Horror podcast, and it's just a podcast where I get on every week. I have a different guest episode, or I have a different guest on the episode with me each week, and we just pick a horror topic. And I kind of thought it would be fun. I took a little bit of a hiatus last year. I just came back at the start of this year, and I thought it would be really fun to implement the whole voting system thing. So I have a thing where I do every week that I feel like kind of sets my podcast apart, where I kind of have two movies, one that I let my guest pick and one that I pick, and then we kind of put them head to head, and then I let people on social media vote for which one they want to listen to that week. And so far so good. It's been really fun. I'm really happy to be back. I've just been busting out episodes with so many amazing people, including you guys. I'm really honored that you guys wanted to come onto the podcast, and I had a blast with you guys when we did our episode together. And that is actually, I just dropped that right before I started this episode with you guys today. So that is out right now. You guys can find me on Spotify, Podcast Addict, Google Podcasts, all the podcasts basically. And yeah, that's just a horror podcast where I just talk about various horror topics. So yeah, check me out if you guys are interested.
And we wouldn't just say this because you're on. I mean,
we probably would,
but but Michael is, and Michael and the Wheel of Horror podcast is just the nicest guy in the world. He was the first person to welcome us to the community, show us some love, give us a bit of feedback, and he's just been that person throughout. And you get the sense that he's not just that to us, he's that to everybody in the community.
Totally, yeah.
You see the stories that he shares, the love that he gives, and the love that he then gets back. Dude, it must be exhausting being this fucking nice.
It's
for everyone.
I wouldn't say it's exhausting. It is sometimes because I am a people pleaser, and I like to make sure that I give credit where credit's due to everybody. So sometimes I feel it's more so not exhausting. It's just more so I feel guilty or bad when I can't include everybody. If I made a post about, for example, my 800 followers post that I made on Instagram a few days ago, I felt so bad because Instagram only lets you tag a certain number of people in it. And so it's just kind of like that when I can't tag, I would tag literally everybody if I could, but it's one of those things where it's I can't get to everybody. So then it's more of just me feeling guilty about it because I'm oh, I feel like I left this person out. But I love giving people, you know, the love and attention that they deserve, because I like letting people know that what they do matters, and like their voice matters, their opinions matter. And it's just, when you guys first started, I really just clicked with you guys right away. Like, I loved your episodes. I loved the way that you guys, chatted with each other. I feel like you guys are really close as brothers, and it's really awesome to be able to listen to you guys talk every week. And I also love that you guys have such a different opinion on horror films. Like, Will's obviously the horror fanatic, and then Eddy, you're kind of, more of the chicken when it comes to
you can put me a win. That's mine.
but I think that's what sets your guys' podcast apart, is that you guys have different dynamics. And I just have really enjoyed watching your podcast grow, and the fact that your podcast has grown so quick in just the past, like, how long have you guys been doing this podcast now? Just like 4 months about?
We started start of November last year.
Yeah,
so what are we on now? When this
comes
out,
2 months would be on 8 episodes. So
yeah,
8 weeks, 8 weeks of material. Yeah, so
yeah. And it's crazy because you guys already have such a huge following on like social media and stuff. And I just love, I love the videos that you guys put out on Instagram too, advertising your podcast, like the one that you guys just recently uploaded with Will, when he's talking on the phone. He's like, yeah, put those underwear in your mouth. Oh, hello. Hi. Like, you guys are just so funny. You guys are just hilarious. And I just really appreciate the kind words, because like I said, I like to let people know that they are important, and that what they do and what they say matters. So it's just fulfilling to me to give back to people. I'm like that kind of person I don't expect anything in return. I don't expect like birthday gifts or Christmas presents. I'm more the person that loves giving people gifts and watching them open the gifts, and like seeing their faces when they, are surprised by, it just gives me so much, I guess, happiness, so
I'm 100% telling you my birthday now. Then after this, I'm a selfish lover.
I'm going to send you my Amazon wish list. So I'm going to tell you what day.
No, Michael, but that comes across. So, like, I think sometimes you do need to have that love back. So, from us, dude, you're a great guy. Thank you for all your support so far. The podcast is fantastic. So, yeah, if you're listening, check this guy out.
We Love Horror Podcast.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
So, dude, all nice guys are still scared of stuff, right? And
yes.
So what we want to know is, what are your phobias? What are you most afraid of in this world?
I have a few of those. The first one being spiders. I hate spiders. Like, I absolutely cannot do spiders. Like, I'm so scared of spiders.
What are we talking?
What?
Are we talking, tarantulas, or you saying like little money spiders, daddy long legs? What's the spectrum? from the video that we're getting, I'm guessing nearly most.
All of them? Yeah.
Man, like, talk to me. What?
So I think honestly it stems from something that happened to me when I was like 3. So I got bit by a black widow spider when I was 3 years old and almost died. Yeah. And my mom tells me this story because obviously she's the one that took me to the hospital, but she talks about how like she could see the venom going up my arm. And if she wouldn't have got me into the hospital in time, I would have died. So I think that's where my phobia comes from. I don't remember the experience, but I think it's just kind of been, something traumatic that happened to me when I was young. So ever since then, I've hated spiders.
That's a totally justified reason to be fucking scared of spiders, to nearly die of a black widow. Little spiders? No, black widows that can fucking kill your ass.
It's ridiculous. People are just scared of spiders. They're creepy.
They're icky.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of it. You almost died.
Yeah.
Where was this? You got like black widows in the States?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Black widows, brown recluses, freaking tarantulas. It just depends on where you live here. in southern Utah, we do have tarantulas. I've never seen one in like real life, like in the wild. Nope. If I did, I'd be like, say if we were hiking up a mountain or something, and I saw a fucking tarantula just, you know, kind of leisurely stroll across the path in front of me, I would be down that mountain in like probably 30 seconds. I'd be going the other direction. Yeah, total fucking animated cartoon like dust cloud. Just yeah, I'd be out.
Okay, question then. How much? Honest answer.
Okay.
You know, $1,000,000 right now to put a tarantula in your hand, hold it for 10 Mississippi. Would you do it?
For $1 million?
No, for for 20 bucks.
No, no. I would probably do it for $1,000.
Okay.
But $20, not. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because I watched a YouTube video not too long ago about people who are supposedly arachnophobics holding a spider, and the way the reactions of them in the video, I was like, you're not scared of spiders. Like, you are not scared of spiders, because they're sitting there like, oh God, as the spider's like crawling on their hand. If it was me, the second they put the spider on, it'd be flung up in the air. They wouldn't be able to find the damn thing. I would have flung it across the fucking room. Like, it's just, I don't know.
No one knew possible.
Pretty much highest octave you can think of. I would be. I'm that wuss that's like on the table, like, somebody kill it. Somebody come kill that spider. Like, I will.
Level of it, like even if you're not scared of spiders, I think there's still. I'm not scared of spiders, but there's still a thing that, like, you know, the huntsman spider.
Yeah.
Like, that thing is so fucking big. Then yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go near it, but I'm not fucking petrified of it. But it's still creepy.
I think spiders would be very high up on most phobia lists, right? And it's a rational fear. That is a rational fear.
Yeah.
You know, to be scared of something with 8 legs, like the movement of it, you know, and then you're talking about size. You know, when you're getting to the size of a fucking black widow, he's twitching.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here cringing.
or a black widow or a tarantula. That's fine. That's fair. So we'll give you that. All right, Michael. That's justified. And I know you said you've got another one. I do want to hear it, but I want to hear something irrational. There's got to be something that you have a phobia of, or maybe just, I don't know, maybe like an OCD of, or something that you really don't like that maybe some or most others wouldn't. Is there anything that for you?
I don't know if it's like an irrational fear that most people don't have. It's kind of like when you said the OCD thing, it's something that I've always thought about, because I'm a very paranoid person by nature, and it doesn't help with the fact that I watch so many horror movies on top of true crime shit. Like, I know so much about the true crime stuff and all that. So anytime I move into a new place, my first instinct is to scope around the place, be like, okay, what is the best exit point from this room? What is the best exit point from that room? In case somebody was to break in the house, are there exit points at every part of this house? And like, it's just something that I always do. I don't know why. I'm just paranoid, and I always make sure the doors are locked at all times. Like, I make sure the windows are locked. It's just a weird thing that I do.
That's totally fair. I like that. That's a good thing to do.
What are you fucking what, going round to your nan's for tea and planning your escape strategy in case things get tipped up?
Absolutely.
What are you talking about? I mean, okay, I get, checking under my bed every night to make sure that the monsters aren't there anymore. You know, I get assessing your surroundings.
You still check your bed for monsters?
No, because I've got a box bed now. There's no gap.
There's still a drawer.
I'm going to start checking the drawers. But I don't know, like, what are you like? One eye on the door, one eye on the window. Like, okay.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's not like, I feel like I explained it kind of like the way a crazy person would. It's not that severe. It's just, I think about things like that, like, and not just like if somebody was to break in, if there was like a fire in the house, or if there was like, anything where it would require us to have to get out of the house in a hurry. I'm always trying to think of things like that. And I also kind of came up with this cool concept of, if I'm ever rich one day and I have the money to be able to afford this kind of shit, I would love to have a house with a panic room in it, but the panic room can be accessed from any room in the house. Like there's like a secret way of any part of the house that you can get to. It doesn't matter where you're at in the house. Like if somebody breaks in or if there's like a fire or something like that and you need to get out, you can get out of any room in the house, like even the bathroom.
That's not a bad idea, considering, like, I mean, it's all well and good having a fucking panic room, but if it's like, you know, on the 3rd floor, and
what was your most used room in the house? Your shitter. Who's gonna put a panic room in the shitter?
Upstairs toilet, yeah.
You just you there's like a secret flush knob on the back of the toilet, and instead of flushing the toilet like turns around and there's like a wall that opens up.
That would be James Bond. I like it.
You'd have to explain to all of your guests that come round.
Yeah. Oh, don't flush that toilet.
Where's Michael? Oh, he's disappeared. Oh, I know where. He'll have pulled the red cord.
He's had a shit.
Yeah,
he's gone.
There's like a secret, you know, you're bathing in the bathtub. There's like a secret latch in the bathtub, and then the bathtub just tilts forward, and you just slide down the slide into the fucking panic room.
That's badass.
That sounds like you'd slip into like Batman's outfit as well, where you're going down the chute.
Oh, did you think Batman? I was thinking Wallace and Gromit into the long trousers.
I don't know if the American audience is going to get that one.
Do you have Wallace and Gromit?
I've heard of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
More cheese Gromit.
Best horror film.
Oh, it's classic kids claymation.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a product of its time that was like amazing.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Wallace and Gromit holds up.
I haven't watched it since I was under 10.
Yeah, it's like the type of thing that's always on Christmas Day, and like your nan and your nephew will go nuts for it. It's like that sort of broad spectrum.
So the people that are allowed to wear nappies, you're either the old age of wearing a nappy or the young age of wearing a nappy.
Yeah.
No, I totally think, I mean, I wouldn't even class that as a phobia, dude, but like, I think that's a fucking cool thing to have. I totally get the idea of spiders. You're shit scared of spiders.
I'm not shit scared of spiders.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Right, I'm gonna prove this wrong. On Instagram, I'm gonna fucking put a video up of something. I'm gonna scare you shitless with a spider.
I don't like spiders. I wouldn't say if there was a spider in this corner of the room, I think, Michael, you'd panic, right?
Yes. And then I think the worst thing about it is when you go to grab something to kill it and it's gone. And you're like, okay, I'm burning down this house now.
Yeah.
It could be anywhere.
You've seen the film Arachnophobia, right?
Yes, I have. Yep.
I remember that shitting me up, and that started my, not phobia, mild intolerance of spiders.
You're so scared of
I'm
spiders.
not scared of spiders. And like the spider under the toilet seat. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God. It took me ages to fully sit down.
I went
French.
Pooing myself.
I went French for like a whole fucking 5 years. I did the squat, or in the popcorn, or the slipper.
Sounds like you're scared of spiders.
No.
Michael, what's worse, arachnophobia or eight-legged freaks?
Eight-legged freaks is worse for me because it's like giant fucking radioactive spider. I'm like, these spiders are already scary enough at normal size, and then you fucking bump them up to the size of houses, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. I remember that there was a scene distinctly from that movie where it attacks the cat in the fucking vent.
Oh, yeah.
And you just see the print of the cat like getting attacked, and then you see the print of the spider, and I'm just like, nope. Yeah.
David Arquette as a hero in anything, so
right.
All right, thanks.
Except for Scream 1 and 2, I can't stand him in those two movies. This might be unpopular opinion, and I don't want to go off subject here, but
please do.
Dewey's my least favorite character in the Scream movies, if I'm being completely honest with you.
That's a fair call, dude. That's Ed. You probably have no input on this, but that's a fair call.
What?
David Arquette.
Is he a spider?
He's in Eight-Legged Freaks.
Right.
He's also Dewey in Scream.
Right.
I almost watched that documentary about him recently because he's now a professional wrestler. He's gone into the world of professional wrestling.
Oh, please.
Not even kidding. In the 90s,
You're not joking.
No. In the 90s, became the WCW World Champion, and it was the worst thing ever in wrestling. And now to redeem himself, because he's pissed off so many of those annoying diehard fans, now to redeem himself, he's actually gone and properly is now a proper professional wrestler.
All right, so I mean, Michael, please jump in if you've got a question here. But like, what the fuck? So, what's his persona? What's his wrestling name?
He's David Arquette. He is him. He plays himself. He literally, it is true to form. He plays a guy trying to redeem himself after everyone hated him.
All right. I'm going to nip that one in the bud before we go too far down. All right. Before we jump on to the next little segment, then, Michael, any others? You got any more phobias for us?
I think I'm just terrified of death. Like I'm terrified of death. I think that's like probably but more so than spiders. I think I'm terrified of dying, just because I don't know. I just don't know what it's gonna be like, and I don't know. Like I'm more scared of dying before I do everything that I want to do in life. Like I'm afraid of dying like super young.
Yeah, gotcha. So it's not necessarily just a fear of the unknown. It is the actual leaving things behind that you've not done.
The unfulfillment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and just not knowing, not knowing what happens after, I'm like, am I going to heaven? Am I going to hell? I don't know, probably hell, but who knows?
It's spooky Mormon hell in
the
Book of Mormon. It
Yeah.
didn't seem that bad. Everyone's singing, everyone's dancing.
But everyone gets their own planet in good Mormon heaven, right?
That's true.
Don't you get your own planet in Mormon heaven?
You get like the celestial kingdom, the telestial kingdom, and the extraterrestrial kingdom. No, it's not the extraterrestrial. It's something.
E.T. is in there.
It's the alien kingdom, where all the aliens go. That's where they're actually from. So
before you take the piss out of Mormons, you just gonna double check. You aren't a Mormon, right?
I used to be. My family grew up Mormon, but once I got to that age where I like could start choosing for myself, there were just certain things that I just didn't agree with, especially one being the whole they're so against homosexuality and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it just, for me, it just wasn't my gig. I'm still a religious person. I still believe in God. I still believe in heaven, hell, whatever you want to call it. I still believe in the idea of all of that. But I don't have like a specific religion that I tie myself to.
Great.
What about you guys?
Because Will spent that whole time taking the foot out of his mouth.
No, mate, I'm bullish enough to continue now taking the piss out of Mormons. Don't you worry.
I don't think it's Mormons per se for Will. I just think it's all religions. So don't be overly offended anybody. But
I don't hate on religious people. I simply
Yeah.
hate on religions. That's what I do.
Yes.
Moving swiftly on, then, this is not religious. This is about phobias.
Phobias.
Okay. So, Michael, we're going to got a little game, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to read you 3 phobias, and you have to tell me which is my phobia, which is Will's phobia, and then which is complete bollocks. Okay.
Now, before we do it, though, these aren't our like big, like we say, rational phobias.
Yeah.
Like mine would be snakes. I'm petrified of snakes.
Pussy.
The spiders. These are entirely irrational phobias. These make no fucking sense, and yet, yes, real.
Yeah.
Okay.
A phobia of loose hair. A phobia of yogurt lids. Or a phobia of oranges.
Ooh. So the yogurt lid one, I fucking hate yogurt. I wouldn't have an irrational phobia of yogurt lids, but I can understand if one of you hates yogurt, that might be a, irrational phobia of yours. So that sounds more realistic to me. So I'm going to throw that one off the table as being complete bollocks. Did I say that right?
I loved that. I'm a big fan of that. I didn't want to interrupt the flow, but I was like, that was really good.
I'm trying to integrate into your guys's phrases here a little bit. I learned a few when I was doing my episode with the Horror Project podcast as well. So I'm gonna throw that one out as being, I think I'm gonna go with the irrational fear of oranges is the one that I'm gonna throw out, because I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't understand why somebody would be afraid of oranges, but I guess maybe if one of you has that irrational fear, you can tell me. So I don't know. I wanted to say the loose hair one was Will, but I'm going to go with more Eddy because Will is the more hairy one out of the two of you with the beard and the full on mustache. And I'm going to say the phobia of the loose hair is going to go to you, Eddy.
Okay.
And then the phobia of the yogurt lids is going to go to Will. And then the phobia that's complete bullocks is going to go to neither one of you because of the oranges. Because I can't see that being a phobia, but.
Well, oh, if only you'd stuck to your original. My irrational fear is loose hair.
Gosh dang it.
I can't fucking stand it. Plug hole in a bath, woman's hairbrush, anything. I cannot go fucking near it. I just can't do it. That's why I don't shave. That's why
The second he clips it off, he then dry heaves.
He's like, Eddy, come get this hair out of here. I can't. I just cannot do it.
And my phobia, my irrational phobia, is of yogurt lids. So, dude, you were correct on the two, and you were so close to getting them the right way around.
Gosh dang it. I should just always go with my first instinct, because honestly, my first instinct was to go with Will with the loose hair and you with the yogurt lids. But for some reason, I was just like, I just feel like Eddy would be more so the one afraid of loose hair, because you're the more like clean shaven one. You don't have like a whole lot of hair. And I don't know. I guess it was rational in my mind, but
I totally get the rational thinking.
I get it. And you are healthier than me. You eat more yogurts than I do.
No, we should say yogurt. Michael is trying to integrate. We should do the same.
I want to know why the yogurt lids though, because like he gets me.
Yeah, me too.
Often
Love yogurt.
So since we've been in lockdown, we've been at our parents' house. So like since that, like, he has been asking me every time, Will, can you open this for me? Right. And then when I open it, he has to turn away completely, put his fucking hands over his ears. He can't do it.
Oh,
I don't get why.
Oh, it's horrible. It's hard.
Is it the way it sounds, or
yes, everything? It's the sound. Oh, the worst thing is that I picture it. Oh my god.
It's like when you have like a wooden lollipop stick and you pull it through your teeth.
If you have it in your teeth and you pull it out of your teeth and it makes that scrapey sound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The worst.
It's like
So yeah, fucking yogurt lids, can't go near them.
So a solid
hilarious.
1 point out of 3 there. Like you got the right with the oranges out, but that is the phobia, right?
Yeah. So interestingly, I had a friend at school who was scared of oranges.
Did you just like
interesting?
Right, we went. Get this, and God knows if she'd ever listen. Maybe I should tag her in it. We went ocean sailing. God, I sound posh. I swear we weren't posh. So we're on a sailing.
Sounds so bougie.
I know, so bougie.
When did you go on a fucking sailing trip?
we were on a sailing boat around the north of Scotland, and it was with school, like to become a bosun, to learn about knots and fucking, I don't know, whales or something.
I'm out of the sea now.
Yeah, I just wanted to be a pirate, dude. And
Part of a whale watching club on the side as well.
yeah, exactly. And one of the girls who was on with us was scared of oranges, and she told us this one night. So then, of course, the next thing we do, we find a load of oranges and put it in a bunk bed to realize that shit, this girl is really scared of oranges. Wouldn't stay on the boat. So, Michael, look, thank you so much for doing this. It's been absolutely great to have you. Michael's the first guest on our show. And we couldn't be happier that it was the We Love Horror podcast. Who took our virginity? Basically, popped that cherry.
Pop your cherry. Yeah.
Popped the cherry of guest appearances. He was very gentle.
He was very gentle.
And it was a lovely experience for us. How was it for you?
It was a blast. I have a very very nurturing side, so of course I was very gentle on you guys. So I hope it wasn't too rough for you guys, because I mean, I like it rough every once in a while. So it's like, next time you guys come on, if you guys want it a little more, on the rough side, I'm totally.
We can step it up. We'll step up the game.
Exactly. Change it up a little bit. But on a more serious note, like I had a blast with you guys. Like this was so much fun, just getting to kind of sit back and relax and just have a really fun, free flowing conversation. Like I'm just so used to, you know, and not to say that it's not fun to do this, because I obviously wouldn't have a podcast if I didn't like discussing movies, but I find that it's also really fun to just have a open conversation about various topics instead of just talking about one movie. I think that's also really fun. So yeah, I had a blast doing this with you guys. So thank you so much.
No, dude, thank you. And I completely agree with you. Like, being on your podcast, it was so nice and relaxing, just being like, holy shit, I just get to watch a film and just talk shit about what I think. I don't have to make notes about leading us through everything. And like, I completely concur with you, mate. It's very nice to just kind of relax and just do whatever. Love it.
Yeah.
And I'm just here for the lols, so fuck it. I just have to watch the film, so fuck you. So yeah, Michael, thank you so much once again. Please go check him out. We Love Horror Podcast. Michael, do you want to sign us off?
Yeah, everybody check out the Poor Podcast. They're awesome as well. So, and yeah, I'm Michael from the We Love Horror. What am I talking about? I'm Michael from the We Love Horror Podcast, and I was on the Poor Podcast with Will and Eddy. So thank you guys so much for listening.
Did you honestly not know he was a Mormon?
Oh my God. Foot, hello, my mouth.
That was brilliant.
I genuinely, well, like, I mean, that was the first thing that came to my head when we were talking about Utah. Right?
Yeah.
Mormons,
Yeah.
Salt Lake City. That's all I know about that area.
Yeah.
I had no idea he used to be a Mormon. So bad. Oh.
Dum da dum dum dum. I'm rewatching that South Park episode.
Oh, I love it. Well, that's all. I guess it's funny for us because our only knowledge on Mormons come from South Park.
100%.
And the Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon and South Park ripping the shit out of it. But like we said, it's all religion. But took it like a champ.
Absolutely.
I think. Yeah. Instantly blocked now from all channels.
I wonder who I can piss off next time. Directly.
Who else we've got on? Whoever we've got on next for as a guest. So please let us know if you want to come on. But yeah, top sport. That was fun and fucking deep. You know, like the fucking phobia of death.
He went there. Like, I just assumed that it was going to be some fun stuff. I mean, not that that's not fun, but yeah, he deep with that.
Yeah, a lot of honesty, a lot of truth.
Are you afraid of death?
Yeah, I think. If you offered me a fucking bathtub and a razor blade, that scares the shit out of me, yeah. It all depends the type of death, Will.
Gotcha. Death by boobies.
That I could take. Death by snoo snoo. Death! Oh! By snoo snoo! Yay!
Right, so regarding next week's film...
That was such a dad thing.
What, doing that? Right! That was the noise of getting off the sofa.
And you gestured with your arms. Right! That'll be me.
Oh, right. Well, I'm going to keep going.
Please do.
So this episode will be coming out on Thursday the 4th of Feb, which also would have been director's George Romero's 81st birthday. Rest in peace, George.
81st?
81st. You don't even know who I'm talking about, do you?
Not a clue.
So you don't? Do you know what films he would have done?
I'm guessing fucking horror.
Of course. So George Romero, for those who do not know, is known as the godfather of zombie films.
Okay.
He did the original Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all of them all came from the brainchild of George Romero. So, as I'd mentioned, we're going to have a little bit of a different twist for the films of February.
I'm getting excited, Will.
So, officially, right now, I am declaring the month of February in the Horror Podcast calendar as Zombie Month.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hashtag Zombie Month.
Oh, all right.
So, to kick off Hashtag Zombie Month, we are going to be doing George Romero's original 1968 film, Night of the Living Dead. I mean, you kind of have to start with that, right?
I'm fine.
I mean, again, why do I ask you?
But I've seen a fair few zombie films, and I'm not against a zombie film.
Well, we've not done one yet, have we?
No.
I think you actually even asked for one not so long ago.
Yeah, I have been.
So, Night of the Living Dead has a 97% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and has a 7.9 rating on IMDb.
Bit contrasting, that.
And then, yeah, every the other weeks we'll be doing a different zombie film. Hashtag Zombie Month.
So every movie for the next 3 weeks,
Yep.
zombie film.
Zombie film.
Kick ass. I can't wait. I'm made up, honestly.
And the best thing about that is the subgenre that is zombie horror films is that there's literally all kinds. There's fucking straight up gore, disgusting horror ones, and then fucking scary, actual tense ones, and comedy ones, and everything. So we will get our fill.
So we've got a shitload of horror films to watch in 3 weeks.
Well, we'll only be watching 3, but we'll save some for next year.
All right. So thank you, Will. Thank you, George Ramirez. And
Romero.
What'd I say?
Ramirez.
Okay, take 2. Thank you, Will Gregson. Thank you, good friend. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Stay tuned for fucking hashtag Zombie Month.
Yas, Quinn.
Please do like, share, tell your friends. We'll see you next week.
Nice one. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
I think you guys look sharp today, so.
Oh, cheers, bro.
Yeah, we're
You're
both
welcome.
wearing shirts.
Don't know how it happened.
Yeah. I have this exact shirt though, right? I got this exact shirt for Christmas, and I was like, when can we start wearing it together?
Never.
Never.
I had it first. You have to tell me whenever you're going to wear it.
Okay. Well, I'm wearing it. And what will you tell me no because I'm wearing it?
Yes.
Well, then I'll still wear it.